and survive Snowmageddon 2021. Yeah, so let's continue where we kind of stopped. So we stopped by adding and subtracting fractions. So today we're going to add a little wrinkle to that. And we're going to add and subtract mixed numbers using improper fractions. So before I go through the procedure, the gist of it basically is you convert the mixed number into an improper fraction, find a common denominator, then do whatever you did before. So yeah, let's go through that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is write the mixed numbers as improper fractions. So we'll go over that here in a minute. Step two, if the denominators are different, rewrite the fractions using the least common denominator. So determine whatever that is. After you've done that, you can go ahead and add or subtract depending on what the operation is. The numerators, remember if the denominator is the same, you don't need to do anything with them. You just add or subtract the numerators, which is the top number. And then step 4, write the sum or difference over the common denominator. And then step 5, simplify the fraction. Now, sometimes you want to convert it back to a mixed number. Sometimes you can leave it as an improper fraction. It really just depends on the application. All right, so for example, we're going to go through now. First one is an addition problem. I have been working while you guys were hopefully had some power during this whole thing, but I haven't filmed anything, so I haven't used my pen for a while, so hopefully this goes well. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is convert the 3 1/4 into a improper fraction. So that would mean I have 3 times 4 plus 1 divided by 4, which is going to equal 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So I get 13 over 4. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing with a 1 2/3. So that'd be 1 times 3 plus 2 over 3, which would equal 1 times 3 is 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, now I need to find the least common multiple between 4 and 3. So 4 is 4, 8, 12. 3 is 3, 6, 9, 12. So we know it's going to be 12. So I'm going to convert this to something over 12. I'm going to convert this to something over 12. Now you notice right here, to get them 4 to 12, I'm multiplying this by 3. So I'm going to do the same to the top. So 13 times 3 is 39. All right, on the bottom, I'm multiplying 3 by 4. So I'm going to do the same thing to the top. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, now I'm just going to rewrite my equation. So I have my expression, 39 over 12 plus 20 over 12. Now, since I have a common denominator, they're both 12, all I have to do is worry about adding the numerator. So 39 plus 20 is 59. So 59 twelfths. Now we can rewrite this as a mixed number. So I'm going to go ahead and do that over here. Depending on the application, you might be able to leave it as 59 twelfths. But let's review how to rewrite that as a mixed number. So 12 goes into 59 evenly 8 times, almost 5 times, but not quite. 12 times 4 is 48. So I have leftover 4, so the remainder 12. So this would equal 4 and 11 twelfths. So there's your final answer. Now remember, this answer right here, 59 twelfths, is actually perfectly fine, and often it's easier to use. But that would be what you'd get if you converted it back to a mixed number. Okay, second example is 2 1/9 plus 1 5/6. So we're going to go through the same procedure again. We're going to go ahead and convert the 2 1/9. So that would be 2 times 9. 2 times 9 plus 1 divided by 9. So 2 times 9 is 18 plus 1 is 19. So I have 19 ninths. Okay, let's do the same thing with 1 5/6. So that'd be 1 times 6 plus 5. 1 times 6 plus 5 divided by 6 equals 1 times 6 is 6 plus 5 is 11. So real quick, if you forgot why I'm multiplying, like in this case, 1 times 6, because this whole number out in front means I have 6 sixths. So I'm just multiplying the number of 6 in each one of those holes in this case. So it's 1 times 6 and then the 5 I already had in the fraction. That's how I'm getting that. So right here, I know that the two holes, each of those have 9/9 in it, so hence that's the 2 times 9. And then you just add the whatever you have in the fraction to that. So 19/9 and 11/6. All right, so now let's talk about least common denominator for these. So I know my multiples of 9 are 9, 18, 27, 36. For 6, I have 6, 12, 18. 18 was the first number I said twice, so I'm going to go ahead and convert both of those to something over 18. So in order to get from 9 to 18, I have to multiply by 2. So I have to do the same thing on the top. 2 times 19 is 38, 38 eighteenths. On the bottom, once again, remember I want that common denominator, so I can convert that to 18. In order to get 6 to 18, I have to multiply it by 3. You can do the same on the top. 11 times 3 is 33. So just like we did before, I'm just adding them up. So I have 38 eighteenths plus 33 eighteenths. Okay, now we'll notice that the denominator is the same, so we're just going to add the numerators. So in this case, I have 38 plus 33 is 71. So I have 71 eighteenths. Now, like I said, this could be a perfectly viable answer, depending on your application, but let's go ahead and convert it back to a mixed number. So 18 goes on the outside of the house, 71 goes inside the house. 18 will go into 71 almost 4 times, but not quite. So 3, I know it will go in 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. Put the 4 down, carry the 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. 71 minus 54 is 17. So I have 3 are 17, which means I have 13 and 17 eighteenths. So like I said, depending on your application, both of those will work as your final answer. Okay, now let's flip the script a little bit and let's talk about what happens if we have to subtract. So you're going to start off the same exact way. We're going to convert these both to improper fractions and find a common denominator. So let's go ahead and do that. So for this first number, 9 5/8, I have 9 times 8. 9 times 8 plus 5 divided by 8. Okay, that will equal 9 times 8 is 72. 72 plus 5 is 77. So I have 77 eighths. Okay, and then, so 4 1/4, 4 times 4 is 16. So 4 times 4 plus 1 divided by 4. So that's 16 plus 1 is 17 fourths. So I have 17 fourths right here. Okay, now least common denominator, 8, 16, 24, 4, 8. I said 8 with both of those. That's great because that means I can leave this one alone. I just have to convert the bottom one. So 8, to do that I multiply this by 2. It means I have to multiply the top by 2 as well. 17 multiplied by 2 is 34. Remember, you guys, it's okay if you use calculators right now. I'd like you guys to do this in your head or using a pen and paper. But at this point, since we're not working with decimals, I'm okay if you're using calculators to do some of these calculations. It's perfectly fine. All right, 77 eighths minus 34 eighths is now the new expression we're going to simplify. Minus 34 eighths. Okay, so just like with addition, all we're going to do is look at the numerator, and we can do that because the denominator is the same. So 77 minus 34 equals 43 eighths. Now, depending on the application, that would be a perfectly fine answer. But once again, we're going to go ahead and simplify it. So let me restate that. We're not simplifying it, we're making it into a mixed number. So 8 goes on the outside of the house, 43 on the inside. I know 5 times, so this is going to be 5. 5 times 8 is 40. I have 3 left over, so 5 are 3, or 5 and 3 eighths. Where both of these are perfectly viable answers. It just depends on your application. Okay, Seth ran a mile around the track. It took him 6 and 5/6 minutes to run a mile. Respectable time. Seth, his friend Tremaine also ran a mile on the track. It took Tremaine 7 1/3 minutes to run the mile. How much faster did Seth run than Tremaine? So we got to figure out how much faster he was. So we know Tremaine took longer, so we're going to set that up as the first number. So I have 7 1/3 minus 6 5/6. So, okay, good starting point here. Now, same thing as we've been doing with all the rest of these. We're just going to convert them to an improper fraction, perform the operation, and then go from there. So 7 times 3 plus 1 divided by 3. That equals 21 plus 1 is 22, so 22/3. Okay, let's do the same thing with 6 5/6. So 6 times 6 plus 5, all divided by 6. This equals 36 plus 5 is 41, 41/6. All right, now we need to find the least common denominator. So for 3, the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. For 6, it's 6, which was a multiple of 3, so that's going to be our LCD, our least common denominator, which is great because that means we can leave 41/6 exactly how it was. We just need to convert to 22/3. So if I want to convert that to 6, that means I have to multiply the bottom number by 2. 22 times 2 is 44, 44/6. Great, now 44/6 minus 41/6. Okay, numerators or denominators are the same. Great, 44 minus 41 is 3. That reduces to 1/2. Remember, 3 goes into itself once, 3 goes into 6 twice, hence 1/2. Okay, so it took, we could say, much faster. He ran it 1/2 minute faster. He ran the mile a 1/2 minute faster. Or you could say it took him 30 seconds less, however you want to state it. Anyways, that's the main idea there. All right. I hope this was helpful. Hope you guys survive Snowmageddon. I hope everyone has their power back and internet's working. And if you missed class, this video I hope is helpful. All right, have a good one. Bye.